Aloha! It is me who's playing music in the background. You know that. I tell you, we're going to have time to talk, time to celebrate. Right now, it's time to dance. Play along. All right, folks, we're going to take about another minute or two and give people a chance to get logged in here. We got people dancing. We got music playing. We got a drum near, join in. Still have people coming in. It's like I'm at the park, seeing cars driving up, waiting for that last minute to get on the bus. Because we are about to get on the bus, folks, and go to Camp Mokuliea. Who's in with me? There we go. We're going to take a couple more minutes. I still got people logging in. Feel free to go over to the chat window if you see your chat window. Let us know your name and what year you went to Hawaii. Guess we can see your name, but love to know what year you went to Hawaii and anything else you want to say as we all start coming together. Look at Jackie McMillan. Jackie McMillan was in Hawaii in 2001. I know that. Oh, mwah. So many faces here. I am over the moon happy to see so many of you here. Wanasai, my continual inspiration from down under, without a doubt. Every time I see somebody on a surfboard, I think of you. I wish I could say everybody's name. I can't right now, but boy, just as I look around and they jump out, I'm so happy to see Nellie Hill. Nellie, I think of you sitting there in the back of the circle, holding it down for us till late at night, as always. Alan's doing the dancing, very familiar that I saw him doing around in the circle. Hi, Rosalie, nice to see you. Yay, Margie. Margie, we asked everybody to send in a picture. Margie sent in the best picture of her, the one on the front of the book, right? We all know that. That's Margie. Lulu Leatley's in the house. Lulu was there at my first Hawaii in 2000. One more minute, folks. We're going to get started. I still got some people coming in. Sage is showing us a picture from when she went. That group picture. Beautiful, Sage.
Good to see you here, Michael Wall.
Michael Wall. How fantastic. Michael Wall's here. Cameron Tummel's here. We got people that made this thing happen with Arthur in the very beginning. And we have Ashley, one of our global trainers, who's making us happen now. All right, folks, we're going to pause the music, stop for a moment, and say aloha, everybody.
Aloha!
That's what I was going to do. Let's just do a quick unmute all, and let's hear aloha from everybody.
Ready? And
Aloha!
aloha!
Aloha.
All together, nice and long, like aloha. 1, 2, 3.
Aloha.
That still didn't work.
It doesn't work, but everything else works here. So I'm going to ask you to mute yourself if you would. It's Bing and Nunu calling from China. So exciting. I'd love to have the thing unmuted for everybody the whole time, but you know that's not going to work with such a big group. You're going to have lots of time to talk. We're going to do lots of things over the course of our Hawaii celebration here. If you don't know who I am, my name's Jim Bono. For 20 years, I certainly had the privilege to stand by Arthur here and welcome you all to the Hawaii Playshop, tell you what time to eat, tell you what time to go down to the circle. And here I am again, leading things off with my good friend and partner and mentor and teacher and everything else. And we're going to do a couple of things here. But first off, oh, look at that. Tell us to get in the water. You're right, Ashley. Get in the water. First off, let me just let Arthur give you all an official welcome and hello. Arthur. Arthur, you're muted. Arthur, you're muted.
As he should be.
Diana will be here later for that. Okay. Good. It's so good to see you all. Thank you all for showing up. There's a hole in our hearts because for Jim and I especially, because we're not in Hawaii right now, and it's sad, and at the same time, I'm looking at this year like it didn't happen. So we'll have the 25th annual Hawaii program next year with a big if, okay? But it's so wonderful to see so many faces from so many programs in so many years. I'm full of tears on the inside. I need to acknowledge Michael Wall for guiding me through the first few years, helping us connect to the community on the North Shore of Oahu, and being a good friend and a mentor. So God bless you, mate. Thank you so much. I also would like to acknowledge Cameron Tummel and Don Davidson for being my three musketeers together, the three of us. Okay? That helped us launch this. And Cameron's still alive and still here. As you can tell by the hair. Another acknowledgement I need to give is to Mary Talina for just being there for us in so many ways. She put together a lot of, she helped us with the curriculum. She kept us on time with the chart. She just took care of a lot of the administrative business for us above and beyond the call of duty, and really made this program what it is today, along with a little help from Jim Bono. And then the people who actually did all the hard work of herding and basic administration on site for us, starting, of course, with Diana Hull, who will be here in a bit. Mary was part of that. My little girl Maria grew up in Hawaii, and when it was her turn to take over the administration, she did such a great job. Jeannie was there. She's been with us for the last 8-9 years. She helped us out. Deborah Borcher, you're here. God bless you. Oh, there, Jeannie's here. Phil, thank you. Are you here? And Jenny Schwerdlow. All of these people, along with Mary Talina and Jeannie and Diana, really kept all the parts working for us during the Hawaii program. So I just want to thank you, tell you how much I love you, how grateful I am for your being a part of this and helping it be real and alive.
Fantastic, Arthur.
So in that regards, thank you. Thank all of you for just showing up. I would go to Hawaii if nobody showed up, but please don't tell my wife. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Uh-oh, here she comes. I didn't say that.
Don't tell your wife what?
That I would go to Hawaii even if no one showed up.
Oh.
Okay. Here's my partner in crime, and the person that actually
Hello.
found the camp for us, along with Michael Wall, and got us all started.
Look at all those great faces.
Yeah, the love of my life and the bane of my existence, all at the same time.
Very nice. Hi, Diana. Nice to see you.
Where are you, Jen?
I'm here somewhere, you know.
There he is. He's
You're
over there.
everywhere.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so like I said, we have a full afternoon planned for you all, and it's kind of an overwhelming thing, but I think it might be, I want to start just bringing us all back to Hawaii just for a moment. You know, we had so many great grooves there, whether they were the arrival grooves, whenever the bus drove up, or the first time that we sat in the circle, and then of course beautiful late night as well. So as we get ready to walk through this celebration, I'm going to play just a little bit of music, and I'm going to invite you to maybe take some time to ground yourself, think back to that beautiful, beautiful spot on Mokuliea where we used to be, where we would gather, and we will gather again, so that so that we can do all the things that we love to do. Now, in just a moment, you'll start to hear some music. And again, I would invite you just to bring yourself back to that beautiful spot. Thinking about the arrivals, the spectacular sunsets as we walk down to the circle to get ready for jump time. Musicality, late night. Looking up at the sky while you're sitting in the circle. Seeing the birds, the clouds, hearing the waves. And the rainbows. All those rainbows. And our fire. Someplace out there in Mokuliea, deep in that fire pit, I believe those embers are still alive, waiting for us to come back and spark them up again. You can Probably feel it right now as we're all gathering to celebrate. Thank you. We'll certainly be doing a bit more of a visual review of our time in Hawaii, but just wanted to get that to start right now. Arthur, was Thea, do you know if Thea was able to join us? Do we have Thea on the line? Does anybody, Thea, are you with us? We were hoping that Thea would be able to join us to offer us, as you all know, many of you might know, the traditional blessing that Thea would often give. Hey, Arthur, there's Don Davidson. We had mentioned Don's name a little bit earlier, and Don just logged in right now. So, Don, it's nice to see you. And Arthur was calling out all the folks from the past who had contributed to the Playshop, and your name came up. I'm happy to see your face here as well. So, so what we want to do now, like I said, our plan today is this. We're going to give you guys time to talk to each other in breakout rooms, just so you can reminisce about some of the times and connect with your friends there. We're going to then come back here and we're going to play a really fun game with some visuals and storytelling. And I'll tell you about what that's going to be in a little bit. And then you'll have another chance to go to another breakout room, meet some different folks there, and to share some memories as well. So that's what we have planned, and we'll see what else comes up along the way. Again, please continue to make sure that you give us chats, and if there's anything specifically that you might need, you might want to chat me privately, because there's a lot coming at me right now, but I think we're good. So Arthur, why don't you give us just a few more words while I get our first breakout set up.
All right, good. See if you can call up Thea. She's trying to get in with her phone, but she's trying to use the long password rather than a phone password. Do you have her number?
Arthur, I'm setting up a bunch of other things, so I can't really do that right now.
We'll let that go then. Hello. Can you see and hear me?
Yes, we can.
In our the program that we put together with all of the wonderful pictures that you sent us, we couldn't find one when Baba came and joined us during that particular year. There isn't a picture of Baba. But just to make sure that I acknowledge that amazing human being and spirit, okay? Quick story. Bob and I have been working together, I don't know how many years. I started out as a student, of course, like everyone else, and then his assistant, and then he started kicking my butt, and then he became my mentor, and then finally my friend. 3 years into the Hawaii, who was there when Baba was there? He calls me up on the phone, and he says, Ata. That's his name for me. Why you not ask me to go to Hawaii? I went, well, Baba, I'd love to, but, you know, there's this logistic aspect, and then if I brought to Hawaii, I wanted to acknowledge you properly, and I couldn't pay you because you could not teach, because that's what you do, and then we would have to work out how I could compensate. You know, shut up! I've already got the ticket. Just ask me. And so he comes to Hawaii, and he really he let me know that he didn't come to see me. He already knows who I am and what I did. He came to see the next generation. He came to speak to the next generation. And so he came and had a talk with everyone who had that amazing privilege to be in his presence, not in one of Baba's training programs, not with him up on stage, but with him in the circle with us for 6 days. It was an amazing time.
Thank you so much, honey.
We have Thea. Yes. And so we would like to actually officially start out our program by inviting Thea to do what she's done for us at the beginning of every program and give us a prayer and a blessing from.
And Thea will need to unmute her microphone. Thea, can you find? You got it. You're unmuted. Please continue.
I got it.
She's good to
I
go.
got you.
When we go to Hawaii, we're really not in Hawaii. We're not in Oahu. We are standing on a volcano in the middle of the ocean. And in actuality, most of you know that Camp Mokuliea is sacred ground for the ancients and the elders who live there. And so every year to start our program, we're blessed by Thea Love's blessing. Here you go, Thea. It's all yours.
Well, my darlings, let's see what I can do here. I lit the fire. I was so upset I couldn't get online. I don't know how to reverse this, but can you see the fire?
It's all good, Thea.
Okay. I'm just glad to be here. I didn't think I could get in, and my daughter helped me, and I'm so grateful. So I've got the conch shell, we've got the fire, but let me just say this blessing. Every one of you that has been here has left a little part of yourself here, and the Aina remembers you and is calling you back forever. Thank you so much for being here then, and being here now, and being here in the future. Hey, ale kalaika hikina. Hika moana ho honu. Pika leba nu. Hika hikina e akala e ale kalaika hikina. Hika moana ho honu. Pika leba nu. Hika hikina e akala e ale kalaika hikina. Kama wana ho honu. Pika leva nu. Pika hikina e akala e ala e.
Now we are ready to begin. Now, I'm going to ask if everybody would please mute yourselves, so that way we can have a little sound management here. Arthur, would you please say hello? Arthur?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm looking for you. Hey, Arthur, when we were going through all those people that helped, we were waiting for them to get here before we said their name, and we picked up Don. Carrie the Shaker Man just showed up.
Carrie showed up too. Carrie's special in the sense that he was doing all the jobs that we ended up breaking up and had whole crews do. There were times at the Hawaii program where he was the fight guy, he was the chair guy, he was the logistics guy, he was the tiki torch crew, he was the whole freaking crew for I don't know how many years.
11.
11.
I went for 11. But only did the hard work for about 4 or 5.
Right. When you finally learn how to delegate your authority, young man, and that's when that happened, you started teaching us how to work in community to make it happen rather than put it on the back of one man. So I just want to really acknowledge you to everyone that's here for setting up, and you literally wrote out job descriptions for each one of the crews for us, and we have been following those job descriptions ever since. So thank you for honoring us. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go down and read my.
Honey, look at why.
Somebody's not muted. Anyway.
And also, Don Davidson showed up a little late, and he missed my acknowledgement of Don and Cameron, who basically helped me develop a drum circle spirit in the early days. And I noticed that Don and Cameron are still compatible because they have the same haircut. So
Thank you, Arthur.
good looking. You look like one of the Rolling Stones. Which one would that be?
Mick. He looks like Mick.
Yeah, you look a little like Nick, buddy. But
I am concerned about what kind of world we're going to leave behind for Keith Richards. It's true.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. God bless. Jim, you're on mute. Jim, there we go.
People that might pop in who were helped out through the years, and I know everybody helped out. One of the things I said at the opening of every camp is it doesn't work unless we're all in this together. And that means somebody needs to fill up the torches, somebody needs to clean up the lodge, somebody needs to, and community shows up. Every one of you showed up and contributed in the ways that you could so that we could keep the thing going. And so we're certainly appreciative of that.
And the last acknowledgement piece is the Village Music Circle crew that really made it happen from home base here in Santa Cruz. And that's Copper Woman, who's been with us for longer than she wants us to let you know. Our tech guy, B, who just passed away this year. Jeannie.
That's Copper Woman right there.
Copper Woman right there. She's
Hi, everybody. Yeah.
She is our techno witch, and I say that with all due respect. She's made everything happen for us that has anything to do with online. And Jeannie has been with us for almost 9 years now.
Wow.
And she's definitely the person that you've been working with in order to get your logistics worked out so that you could show up. And Jeannie even showed up a few times. So God bless you all, Jeannie, Copper Woman, and B, who's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Yeah, fantastic, Arthur. Thanks for all of that. And again, I know there's folks that we could continue to say names for, but what we want to do now is, Mary says the mentors. Yeah. Hey, just out of curiosity, if you're on the screen here and you went through the mentor program, please raise your hand.
Okay.
Wow, lots of mentors here. Yeah, fantastic.
And
fantastic. Appreciate, of course, all of your service as well. Mentoring is the hard part.
And the next step up, if you are a global certified Village Music Circle global trainer now in the 22 countries that we now serve, raise your hand. Okay.
Raise your hand. There you go.
Song from Korea. There is a good representation of the international movement that you all have helped create.
Absolutely.
Great. All right.
We're going to talk more about that in a little bit, but what we want to do now is maybe continue that look back. It has been 25 years that Arthur's led this program, and that in and of itself is something to marvel at. A 25-year, week-long, 10-day workshop that drew people from all over the world. And we wanted to stop in this time together and take a look back at those 25 years and how things changed. So we asked you to send in photos, and like Arthur said, we couldn't include every photo, but we put together a photo montage. It's about 15 minutes long because we have photos from almost all 25 years. And what we want to do is this. I'm going to start playing the shots, and each one will stay on the screen a few seconds. And if you have a story to tell about that picture, if that reminded you of something that needs to be said, if there's something that picture kicks off that you think, we need to comment on this for a little bit, then I just want you to unmute yourself and say, stop. Arthur, show them how it's done.
First of all, I have to unmute myself. Then I have to say, stop. But I'm going to do that at the beginning of the thing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably going to get behind, and I certainly reserve the right to keep going if we get so far behind, because we could go on And you know, sometimes I have a problem managing things with time, whether it's the talent show in 2015,
Yes.
or whether it's the mentor closing ceremony in Scotland in 2017. There are some times that I let things go on a little long, but hey, I continue to learn. So, but what I'm going to do now is rearrange your screen for a little bit so that we can see the video tribute that you all really helped us create.
And before we get it started, I just want to let everybody know that we're going to put all of the pictures up on our website eventually. And what you're about to see is also already up in our video section on our YouTube section on the website right now. But what I'm going to invite you to do is, if you're so inspired, take that address, photo@drumcircle.com, and send in more photos so we can fatten this up. Okay? We would like to continue to add to this as we keep developing this. Okay, let's go.
For the long timers, you'll see in the chat, Lulu said, hey, Arthur, when's that going to happen? Next spring?
Yes, it literally next spring. We guarantee by next spring, yes.
And the other for long timers would be Carrie Shakerman saying, I really have some video about this, and I swear I'm going to get it to you eventually.
You can
I've been
send
around
that
a long
video.
time.
You can send the video to the same thing. We actually have some of those videos that you already sent to us up on the YouTube, including.
It was more of a tease than anything, Arthur.
Uh-huh.
I said pictures. I said pictures, not videos.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. Thank you, Shaker Man. Okay, here we go. Enjoy, and let's see what we uncover as we look back through 25 years of the Hawaii Playshop.
Stop! You know I love bells, okay? That is my second favorite bell in the whole world. I've got bells all over the world that I go literally visit and ring. And this little puppy is where my Mecca is. So yes, I do share it and give other people opportunities to ring it when it's chow time, but I really love ringing that bell. Okay. Stop.
I got it. I stopped. Where did you
I
want it?
wanted to interject a little earlier that there was a bunch of people who came that first year who contributed by the fact that they were already on the map as drum circle facilitators, and they came to contribute to Arthur's new adventure. Kim Atkinson is the gentleman on the right. Sule Greg Wilson is on the left. Paulo Mattioli was there. Cameron Tummel was there. Wade was there.
Some hot choppers.
Yeah, there was some hot choppers.
Fantastic. We're going to see some more photos of them in a bit. Thanks, Michael, for giving us some names with those.
Kalani.
Here we go.
Kalani, right.
What a good looking babe. Like a wall.
Let's have the past semester.
Stop!
You see what they're doing.
What an amazing man this guy was. He Reggie Gallimore, is that his last name proper?
Reggae McGowan.
Reggie McGowan. See how close I got? Not bad for me. He modeled some of the most amazing body language that I'd ever seen before. I consider him one of my body language teachers as far as drum circle facilitation. And what a spirited person. Totally alive, fearless, and with a great big huge heart. Julie!
We'll stop for a little bit there just so you can see that was the group in 1996, the first Playshop.
Where's Paulo? God rest his soul.
It's Ko Ogawa.
Happy Shell.
Yeah, Happy Show was there.
Barbara Bird.
Yep.
Excellent.
Right next to Sule.
The Drum Cafe guys were there.
Yeah, that's when they initiated Drum Cafe, is after this training.
John Yost is in there.
And Sarah Jane and her ex-boyfriend Brooks, who had passed on also.
Right. Wow, what a crew.
Paulo's the tall guy in the back to the left.
Yeah.
Ah, there he is. Yeah, and there's not Christine. That's Celeste. No, that's not. The North Shore Crone who came out, set up a tent.
Cynthia.
Gave us massages. Took good
Yes,
care of
and-
us.
Tanmayo Brown. Is that her?
Yep. Gave us treats at late night.
They set a foundation for us to grow on. Let's see what came next. This is the only photo from 1997 that we have, and that's Barbara Kazmirian, who sent us the photo. She
Right.
lives up in Canada. We're thankful for have Barbara send that to us. Now we're going to skip a few years to the year 2000, because those were the next photos that we had. That would have been the 5th year. That's also my first year to attend. And so if you see a picture of me, you see a wide-eyed person that doesn't know at all what he's gotten himself into. Thank you, Cameron.
Stop.
Oh, stopping.
Stop. Sorry, this is Jackie.
Hi,
Hey, Jackie.
Hey, I was in 1999, and I have some great pictures. It was the year of the woman. It was almost all women. It was
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So I'll send you some shots of 1999.
Photo
Fantastic.
at drumcircle.com. We'd love to put them in here.
Okay.
Jackie,
Yeah.
good to see you, honey.
Sounds good. Here we
That's the year,
go.
that's the year Christine went too.
Yep,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
her first year, yeah.
So, okay, go.
All right. And there's photo at drumcircle.com in the chat. Here we go.
Wait, stop. I want to say hi too. I was class of 99 and
Yeah.
2000 as well. This is
Hi,
Cindy
Cindy.
over here. Hey, and I went by CC Dunenbaugh. That's what I remember that. Like, it just came back to me. That was my internal name that I gave myself during those drum workshops. So I absolutely best time of my life. The memories from the Hawaii Playshop. So, and that Jackie, Cutie Pie Head, and Jim, and there's so many, Cameron, there's so many, John Davidson. And I go back all the way back to UC Santa Cruz.
Right.
I was a graduate from undergrad, bachelor degree from UC Santa Cruz, and I studied under Arthur Hull on campus in 1990. I graduated in 94, and
Yep.
with Cameron, he was the same year with me, and so I was back all the way back when I was a college student. So it's not, yeah. So I just wanted to say hi, and I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you're having this, and I want to always come to these, okay? And I'll try to find my photos too.
God bless
Fantastic.
you. Jackie, did the 3 horsemen all come to the same training at the same time?
What was that?
You, the safety cone, and Jonathan Murray. The 3 people who actually
2001.
Oh.
CFG.
Yeah.
Was that 2000?
Jonathan came in 2001. I did the mentor training in 2001. And
Right.
Jonathan was a Playshop attendee, and Ken was at the 1999.
Oh, yeah, Ken.
Right. Ken Crampton.
Ken Crampton.
Right.
Yes.
And Jonathan and I were all, at kind of the same time.
Yeah, we need your pictures. Those are the formative years.
I
that
know.
we're missing. Okay.
Okay.
Ken Crampton's in this photo right here. So this photo on the screen is 2000, and that's Ken Crampton laying on the ground just to the right. A couple of feet, people over, there's me. And I just put in here that there are a lot of people that came this year that stayed for a long time. Me, Mary Tolina, John Hayden, who's a global trainer, Lulu, who's been around forever and written a couple of books, Ken Crampton, Margie, who ended up on the front. I mean, like, there's just so many people that were here that year. It was just an amazing year in 2000. And it built a platform for the big one in 2001.
Stop! This is a moment in my life that I will live in infamy. Okay? Don Davidson, the guy with the cowboy hat, Cameron Tummel, the guy with the ponytail, and Arthur Hull, the guy without the belly. We did a co-facilitated call and response segment in this circle. We were still in experimentation in this regards, in co-facilitation. We were having a ball. Each one of us would jump in and play a pattern for a call, and then someone would respond. And then right when we all knew that it was time to finish, we didn't know who was next then. We all three jumped in, and each one of us contributed a small rhythmical part to the full pattern. Okay? And then everybody responded. It was just an amazing moment. And somebody caught it on camera. Thank you so much.
Blessings to Stu Needle right behind your shoulder.
You betcha.
Stu, Mary, a lot of people. You can
And
pick
Steve
out so
Hill.
many people in the photo. Yeah.
Steve
Steve
Hill's
Hill,
there
yeah.
too.
Shaker Man. There's a lot of folks back there for sure. All right. We'll keep going into Rosa.
Yeah,
in
Rosalind was there.
2001.
Yeah.
I was there.
Remember the kids from San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was 02. That was 2002.
Yeah, that was the next year.
That's coming up.
This is the year that that Barry was there and they filmed the DVD in 2001.
Right.
140 people, Arthur?
Yep, 120 people. But it's I see that you're learning from me by expanding your numbers.
Yeah, I've learned a few things from you. Here we go. That's Kumi, who would love to be here right now, but she's facilitating something in China and in Hong Kong. And Kumi is also a global VMC trainer now.
Now, this shirt, the reason why this shirt actually exists is because we did the first in the 43rd American NAM conference, a National American Music Therapist Conference, with all the people that put together the big drum circle that Mickey Hart, a long list, Santana, a long list of people that were the San Francisco gods of music. And they had a shirt that I drummed with, and I was definitely there and definitely facilitating, but my name wasn't big enough to fit on the shirt. So when they did the NAM conference, they made sure they made a shirt that put my name on it.
Waka, waka, waka.
Waka, waka.
All right, here we go.
Stop! This is a moment in my life where I can actually carry Diana, and I just want to let you know that most of the time she's carrying me.
Oh, here we go.
Stop! This is a moment that really solidified Christine Stevens and my relationship as far as co-facilitating. And to this day, I haven't been able to find someone that is so alchemically in tune with the other facilitator as far as co-facilitation. And I thought it was just our alchemy. You know, we really connected, and she is my favorite co-facilitation person in the world. And we co-facilitated writing an article on co-facilitation. Let me know if you want it. But then I saw her co-facilitate with some other people and realized it wasn't our alchemy, it was her radar. Okay.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. My boy!
That's me in the circle.
So cute. And this is the year it poured. and we had half of our training underneath that tent.
Not that quite that year, Arthur, but close. But that years don't matter. There we go. But that we were under that tent, but it was a year later.
And standing up off to the left side of the picture is the yellow safety cone person himself. I mean, orange safety cone.
And that's the back of my head.
There we go. This was the mentor group in 2000. Shaw right here from Ireland, Northern Ireland, the Radar,
Northern
Lulu,
Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Yeah, there's Ken again. There's Jackie. Great group of mentors.
Ken, Margie.
Margie.
Lulu.
The guy in the purple shirt is Paul Deere, who is also a global trainer now. Not the purple shirt standing, but the one sitting over here. And that was his foray through long hair. So, hey, Arthur Sule Greg and Arthur Sule Greg just logged in, and
cool.
Sule, we had a lot of conversation about you. You missed it, but we're glad you're here.
I hope you're recording it. Send me the recording.
Yes, and the whole thing is on our website, on our YouTube channel, so you can rerun this whole thing.
That'd be great.
Also, across the seating is Steve Hill, who is like just our major techno administrative guy in UK for I don't know how many years. Paul Deere would know, but he holds us up from behind in so many ways.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah,
in a good way.
In a good way.
Not a wedge yet.
Hey, Sule, what we're doing is we're playing a game. If we're going through these videos of all the years, and if you see something you want to comment on, you say stop, and we stop it. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. So we're continuing on. We're in 2002 now.
Keep stopping. Keep stopping. It's Jenny Swerdlow, and I just want to say Paul Deere was my first year in Hawaii, 2002. And Paul Deere was my mentor. And in the picture just before, Kathy Quain and Susan Jetty and we all have settled here in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Hey,
Before
I'm
that.
here. Yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
And Susan Jetty is one of my closest friends, and we still drum and facilitate together a lot. So a lot of relationships have been made.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jenny. Here we go. This is after, I'll do my own stop here. This is after the closing circle in 2003. And if you know the story from Arthur's book, when the dancer jumped on me, if you've ever heard that story before, you can see that look on my face is still the look of shock at what happened and how I got through that alive. And if you're curious of the story, you can check out the Drum Circle Facilitation book. It's in there, but it was one of the things that we didn't ever get a picture of because everybody was so in shock they couldn't grab a camera.
True that.
Here we go.
Stop. Okay, that particular picture is for everyone up to that year knows about Sky King. Okay, we'll talk about Sky King later. And so for the closing, of course, we had these skits from the different mentor teams. And this skit, we had a Sky King right there. They use somebody's body as an airplane. Okay, if you go back one picture. There's Dr. Jane. And next to Dr. Jane, Jane, what's his name?
That's John Walters from.
Yeah, John
England.
Walters, our original organizer for the UK programs, and I just want to acknowledge Kaoru Sasaki from Japan, who was my major organizer and facilitator in Japan during the first years there.
Absolutely. These are the folks that facilitated the closing circle. So that we're at the closing ceremony here, and you're honoring the folks that facilitated the closing circle.
Hey Jim, can you go to the Sky King picture?
That's next.
Yes,
Here comes.
it's next.
Just show it real quick.
A second. There you go. John.
That's Kathy Keeler on the top. Keeler from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm on the other side of Carrie the Shaker Man. There.
Cool, John.
Yeah, man.
That is a skit that Arthur talks about still to this day, every year. It's like, remember that time that they had somebody Skype? So it lives on for sure.
Who was it
Here we
from
go.
North Carolina?
Kathy Keeler, Keilear.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Kathy Keeler. Arthur, where's your sister in this picture?
She's right there. It's hard to tell, but she's certainly having fun. Orange right there. Okay.
Yep. Standing right in between John and Augie. Did I hear a stop?
No, I was just saying there's my girl right there. But this is a nice, before they put the windmills up, this is a nice sunset.
Sunrise.
Sunrise, excuse me, yeah.
Sunrise. But yeah, if you haven't been to Hawaii in a few years, this whole back part of that Waimea Valley now has wind generating turbines on it now, and at night they all blink red.
We get used to it, and we sometimes drum to them.
That's true.
They do look like fun.
The doctor.
Stop.
This is literally Orange Boom Boom, an organization put together by Nunu, Tom Tom, and we call her
Nori Pen
because they're both Nori
Non.
Pen. So we had to come up with two names: Nori Pen, Non, and Tom Tom with Lulu, who fell in love with this crew, and they basically have built the Japanese recreational community drum circle for village music circles in Japan.
And Tom Tom was very generous in giving us lots of pictures through the years, and so thank you, Tom Tom, for supplying us with so many good photos. Did I have another stop in all of that anybody wanted to comment on here?
This is
All right.
Wait, stop. I was at 2005, and that building is triggering a memory where I was a mentor, and we did some role playing where we had to be like disruptive students.
Right.
And I think it's possibly one of the hardest I've ever laughed in my life.
Well, we had way too much fun in the role playing.
Lulu, do you have memories of that? It seems like you need to speak to that. If I remember, because I think you were there, right, Lulu?
There she is, right there.
I mean, whenever they were doing that role playing.
Ah.
I can't remember.
There's so many.
Okay, trust me, you were there.
I'll think about it and I'll let you know in a few minutes.
Okay,
No,
here we
I
go.
remember, but it was really funny. It was in
Yeah.
it was in the cabin. We were in the cabin. Oh, that
The
was
chapel.
hysterical.
In the
In
chapel.
the chapel. In the
Unless it's
chapel.
an
Oh,
emergency.
there was other stuff going on in the cabin. We all-
All right, here we go. Stop. Who can remember having really big life conversations sitting here looking out at the ocean? Anybody?
Just raise your hands.
I know I can. And sometimes I
green
come back
benches.
to pictures like this just to try to be reflective because, boy, that place helped that. So we'll go. Arthur, what's that?
That is something Kathy Quain organized for the 10th anniversary, unbeknownst to me. She did such a great job, and she had an adventure. This is literally a mural made out of Legos.
Lego man.
Yeah.
Were you surprised, Arthur?
You blew me away. That was the first time I didn't have anything to say. Okay, you shut me up and blew me away when you uncovered that. The organizations that she did to put that together and to get all the Lego pieces and to have a crew put the parts together it was just amazing organization skills demonstrated, manifested, and presented, and blew me away.
We had a lot of fun putting it together, and Craig Ramsell was part of that too, the Boomwhacker guy.
Yeah, he actually kind of funded it in a way.
Yeah. So it was a collaboration.
But to get all of the specific color Lego parts to be able to make that mural work was amazing. I've tried to do something like that, and I've got a room full of Legos, and I still can't.
Oh, my friend Gordon, he's a musician, and his kids are really into Legos. They're grown now, but you know, he just took a picture and whoop, just made it happen.
Right on.
So there you go. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, aloha.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thanks.
Kathy.
Thanks for all you do, Arthur.
Kathy, it's another one that's lived on through the years and it's often talked about. What a great memory. Thanks, Kathy.
Mahalo.
Stop.
Talk to us.
That is Ellie in the Belly. 2005. And now we have Ellie out of the belly.
There she is.
Staying 14 years later. Not strangers. These are family.
Hey, Ellie, I'm your godfather.
You're what? You broke up.
I'm your godfather. I'm your
We
uncle.
have met before.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Loved this picture, John, when I saw it. John Yost, also a global trainer for Village Music Circles, just as an FYI. Here we go.
But wait a minute. Look at his face. He's going, who, me? Okay.
All right.
From Brazil.
Dancing outside of the circle just got to be mentioned and remembered. And that one in the middle is Maria Hall out there dancing, doing her legwork, getting ready to take over organizing the thing pretty soon. So she got some good dancing in before she took over a few years later.
I think it's on the right.
And that was
That's
absolutely
what I
Katie
thought.
Gahn and
That's
Mary
Katie.
Tolina.
And Katie Gahn is also one of our global trainers on the East Coast. And Mary Tolina is part of our crew and support team. Thank God.
Absolutely. All right. Stop.
Rick, this man took care of us for so many years until he went back to the Philippines. And him and Diana worked together because when we first started, we were eating camp food for kids, and she ended up guiding Rick to actually start feeding us all different kinds of foods, including vegan and healthy stuff and vegetarian. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Rick.
Well, we worked on it. But what I remember about Rick is his children also, and his little kids, and Aaron and Maria were little when we first started, and they would play together off the reef. So they would run to the end of that reef and just be jumping in the water fearlessly. Over and over and over. And there was a big platform out there in the beginning too. And all the kids would go out there before they put in the rules and the insurance guys came in and removed everything. The kids would swim out there and they'd be on that platform and they would fearlessly fly into the water. But my kids would play with his kids, and his kids lived there until they grew up and went to college in Las Vegas, I think. And then he ended up moving to Las Vegas because he bought them a house, and he went there and lived with his kids.
Good old Rick.
We remember, Diana, we remember that Jasper and I are here, and I think Aaron was like the lifeguard all the time, and Jasper was always on the swimming team.
Oh, okay, that's right. Aaron was a lifeguard. Later, he became the lifeguard. I don't see you, Deb. Where are you? I hear you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, someplace in there. We got a lot of folks. All right, so
I have the video on.
We're 10 years through the video, and we got about 20 minutes left. So we're going to keep going.
This is fun, though.
That's Kathy Hall and Lulu.
Just another rainbow.
Just to stop, just so you can take a look at all those 2005 faces celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Hawaii Playshop. That's Simon there from Australia, another VMC Global trainer.
Well, that is one of a number of pictures that was drawn by Augie Dog whenever he showed up, and he showed up a lot. And God bless him.
Absolutely.
That look is, are you sure you want to do this, Jim?
Yes.
Dubai. A girl. A girl. Good old Donna.
Stop.
That handsome guy.
So that is my husband, Eric Mowry, and that is the year that he attended and participated and facilitated and did everything in the play shop. And I actually found a time that I was more nervous that I was getting in the circle, and it's whenever he was getting in jump time at late night. And I can remember, Arthur, I was sitting next to you and I leaned over, I'm like, I'm so nervous for Eric, I hope it goes okay. And of course it went good.
Of course it went okay.
Yeah. Eric, do you remember that?
I just want to acknowledge John in this photo. John recently passed away.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, the guy on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
Eric.
I just look at there's no gray hair.
Yeah, but the snidely smile is still there.
Photoshop.
Hey, when you know the guy that made the video, I can do whatever it needs to have been done, Cameron. Here we go.
Stop. From out of the blue of the western sky comes
Sky King.
Okay, just want to tell, for those people that haven't got a clue, there was a 2-engine Cessna airplane that would launch parachuters, parasailers out. The single planes didn't bother us while we were doing the training or talking. But when that double-engine Cessna came out, he always flew right over the circle, and he always flew low, and he was loud as hell. And so for about 30 to 60 seconds, nobody could hear anything. So we started doing Sky King, which is the entrance to an old TV movie about a Western cowboy who flew a double Cessna, okay, called Sky King, and that's out of the entrance of that piece, okay? And so that's how we covered up the fact that we couldn't do anything or talk or hear anybody for about 30 to 60 seconds. We go from out of the blue, the western sky comes. We all stand up and point at it and say,
Sky King!
Okay, all right, that's my last moment. I'll mention it again.
That
All right.
photo, hey Jim, that photo is actually from 2006 because there's a young, skinny version of me in that photo.
What a cute.
Yeah, I think so. I was
Oh, there you go.
No, so
All right.
because yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking I was first in 2006.
Okay, make a note of that, Jim. We'll fix
All
that
right.
later.
Yeah, I'm making a note.
Okay.
Stop, please.
Thanks, Maggie. Oh, yes.
I just want to say that won't ever happen again because the airport's been closed permanently. So
oh, really?
No way.
What? Absolutely. Yeah. So it's going to be, it will be more quiet out there, but the military is taking over, so maybe not. We'll see next year, okay?
Thank you, Thea.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I'm sad to hear that, and I'm glad to hear that. Okay. All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh, babies.
The mountains that refers to is this year, we had to do the mentor program at an alternative site because Mokuliea wasn't available. So we went up to a mountain campsite, and it made us appreciate Mokuliea even more than we already did.
It certainly
including the food at Mokuliea.
Yeah.
Find the hole.
Stop. That picture is just a powerful group of women of power. Each one of these people have manifested in their world in such a way that I've got a deep respect for every single woman there. Donna has been the mountain crone for the LA programs and came down and helped all the LA programs work every time we did it. Diana from Italy manifested community. She carried the flame there and made it happen in northern Italy. Nellie Hill is basically my mentor, and I have many of her footprints on my butt. Okay, so all of these women really took this stuff into the world and made things happen.
And Amy Jackson.
Amy, yeah.
Thanks, Amy Jackson. That's right.
Little Hannah. Bob, I was critiquing TomTom, and as you know, I write on the, I'm off to the side while you're in the middle doing your facilitation, and I'm scribing for you with drum call and stuff like that. And TomTom was doing such a great job that it really there was no critiquing. So what I did was I did this quick little drawing here, and it's not really the best drawing in the world, and I'm not very proud of it, but I just, within the time that she facilitated, I did a quick little drawing in the middle of the paper. And so I turned it around for her to get her critique, and then flipped it over to this drawing. And it floored her. I was very, very glad that I pulled that joke on her. And then Augie Dog came later and added the agriculture, the geography, and all that stuff above. And so this is a collaboration between Augie and I.
Cool.
Fire crew, wave your hand. I don't know what that means.
Nellie, you have to tell us about this picture.
Please, that's my favorite picture of you, babe.
I knew someone would find that. And Thea was the one that came and painted me up. And we were doing some sort of fairy dance. I don't exactly remember how I got shanghaied into this, but it will live in infamy.
It will.
Yes, it will truly live in infamy. And Donna Mass was part of the event that took me into this, along with Kathy, Arthur's sister. So
you floored us when you came out with those wings.
I bet I did, because that is definitely outside of my comfort zone.
That's what Hawaii does to us, doesn't it, Nellie? Here we go.
Yep, that's the shot. From Australia. Before.
Arthur, tell us about moving inside during the rain.
This was so much fun, and also this is when I started losing my hair. It actually have the whole crew drumming inside the lodge was a unique experience, and the sound was loud, so it forced us to play softly, which was a really good thing for us. And that was a very, very rainy season, and we kind of like hunkered down and survived the hurricane, wasn't it?
No, this isn't the year of the hurricane. This was just weather. Hurricane is coming for sure.
Okay. All right.
Just a reminder too, if you unmute yourself, please do mute yourself again. We're just trying to eliminate as much background noise as possible. I know Rowan's just joined us. Nice to have you here, Rowan. If you could mute, there you go. Perfect. All right, so we're continuing on with our stop game.
And after. Stop! I just want to have another look at that. That's all. Tom, she got these shirts for all of the Orange Boom Boom, and we had this a particular program we did on a small archipelago island in the middle of Japan Sea, and everybody got on the ferry boat except for the crew at the end of the program that was going to clean up after we did the program on this little island called Nakajima, and the Orange Boom Booms had their shirts underneath their regular clothes, and so once the boat started pulling out, Orange Boom Boom stepped forward and flashed the ferry boat. And I loved it.
They flashed their boom booms.
They flashed their boom booms at the ferry boat.
Very fun. You have to give it to Japan. Always came with the best, most elaborate costumes for the talent show, and always had a way for everybody to get involved and to tease Arthur a little bit too. So here's to the Japanese folks. Well, that was John Fitzgerald there, along with Song and Tom, our good friend. And gosh, Arthur, we can't not really mention, we don't want to forget to mention Remo and all of their support for you and for Hawaii, and John Fitzgerald and everything that they've done to help this program.
Remo gave us a kit that we took over there for the original Playshop, for that Playshop. They just gave it for that Playshop, and it's still very much alive, beat up, shaky, dusty, and dirty, but still very much alive in Thea's care. And she pulls it out and uses it for her community drum circles. And there's parts of that Remo kit 25 years later we still drag out and use today. So, you know, thank you, Remo.
Along with a couple of drums that Michael used to store from as well. A couple of those Westcliff drums. Those are still there too, I think.
In the early days, I had to borrow back a lot of Westcliff drums from Michael to use in the programs as the programs got bigger than the kit that we had.
Yeah,
okay, so thank you,
John
Michael.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah, baby. Well, I just want to let you know that, Thea, I'm wearing a crown you crocheted in honor. And this is my mentor shot glass from 2010. Cheers. I don't know how many bottles, that'll be later in this part of the section, but everybody seemed to have brought a bottle. There were 10 of us, but I think there were 10 bottles, but we all managed. So great to be here.
Part of the mentor program we don't talk about a lot publicly. All right, and that's in the picture is a song from Korea. Tom, both of those global trainers, and of course John Fitzgerald is on the global training team too. Stop.
Don't stop. Okay, all right, so we let our hair out. That's not all we let out.
It just had to stop on this one, Arthur. That was the time to remember.
I was trying to forget
I like
that
the
one.
reactions in the back at the table. I think that's
Going,
priceless.
my God, he really is pregnant. Scott brought his son that year.
And Scott is head of Drumstrong, and Drumstrong's been a great friend and partner and doing so much good work in the world. And Scott was such a phenomenal friend and partner to have out in Hawaii for all the years that you came out. Scott, there were some things that happened that I would not have gotten through had you not been there, and we don't need to say any more than that. But you can say something, Scott.
You know, I'm kind of speechless right now. I'm in awe of where we were and where we are, you know, but yeah, oh God, that was so special. And yeah, it was just beautiful to have Mason as part of it. And Mason, by the way, has become a board certified music therapist, and so much of what he's experienced through the participation of the facilitators and certainly through Drumstrong, number one, it helped save his life. Number two, now he's doing this for others. So really, you know, a beautiful journey, and good God, I'm so glad to be a part of you. I love you all.
Love you, Scott.
Love you back. That was the ball in 2010.
Yeah, that was way before 2010. That's a misplaced.
Oh, that's way before 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get that resolved.
All right.
What's his name? Rocky.
Rocco, yeah.
Rocky was the man.
Tell us the story, Shaker Man, and do it in a minute.
Yeah,
or less.
You set it up for us, baby.
You took 20 seconds set me up. Okay, so I talked to Rocky to take us out on the little catamaran, and we'd go out and drum, and it was magic. Some of you were with us, and you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Rocky. Blessings.
Something else that stuck well after you stopped coming, we continued, and every time Rocky said, "Where's the Shaker Man?" Thank you for the legacy.
Rocky's retired. His son owns the boat, and his son is taking us out.
Nice.
sorry, I got to go back. This picture is Ju. This is Ju Linares from Brazil. Ju, you know, planes are late and somebody can't make it to the park. We were on the bus. We were driving to camp. I get a phone call from Ju. It's like, I gotta go get her. I turn around. I get Ju in the car. And we take a drive to camp. I had no idea that I was driving back a friend that I was going to be connected to for a long time. Hey, Ju, nice to have you here.
Hi, I thought you thought I was hitting on you.
You did. I did. Yes,
No,
there's a
I
whole
didn't.
story around that. I was
But
full of
anyway.
myself. I was full of myself and said, hey, I need to let you know I'm gay. And you said, hey, I need to let you know I'm gay. It's like, oh, good.
And then you said to me, okay, now that I know that you're gay, we can kiss. And you gave me a hug.
Well, it's not like we were making out.
Hey, Jude,
All right, here we go.
Yeah, right.
Jude, this is Deb. I sent you a message in the chat. I sent you a message in the chat. Check it out.
Oh, a
I have to
message in
say
the
that Debbie and Kathy Gwain they were my first DCF people in California that I met. You know, they're my mentors. They introduced me to the DCF, including they sent me to Hawaii. Like Debbie sent me to Hawaii. Said you need to take this course. Yeah, this training. Anyway. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge, we said we were going to go 90 minutes. It's been 90 minutes. We're going to keep going because we're getting through the video. So here we go. Very special mentor group here. Every mentor group was special. But there was something about like the conversations that I had with Louis Danielle and with Ju helped me understand the program more. And I'm so appreciative for the time that I had with you all. Roberto, you carried a special weight that year, and I certainly am never going to forget that. And Heather Hodorovsky right in the middle, we haven't mentioned her at all, but Heather was an incredibly faithful, giving person to the music, to the play shop. Came for years and a strong, amazing contributor to all of us.
Hallelujah. This is on the way back.
Yeah, we had to include a couple of pictures and remembering that good Rocky trip. And this was folks having some fun in the boat with Rocky.
The angle of that picture looks like Louis naked.
Yeah, it does. I was.
Woo, sure does.
He was. He was naked.
No.
And this is after the play shop that year. And I was able to capture this picture, or we were able to capture this picture with Mia, Maria, and Arthur. And boy, I tell you, I felt so lucky for all the people that I worked with all those times. And certainly Maria was one of them. And there's some stories between the trouble that Eric and Maria would get in the evenings that we won't go into here as well. But let's just say those are some other things that have lived in infamy in a good way. So
yeah, let's not talk about it here, okay?
love Maria so much. "2012, I had Generations here. This is the year that Diana's mom came out with us for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
She said, I'll never forget, she said, and I didn't know I could drum. So she was included into the circles and she was made to feel like she was part of the music, and it really meant a lot to her. And I remember one evening I decided it was time to take her upstairs, and I attempted to take her up, and you were downstairs, you were wrapping things up, but you were talking, Jim. And she turned to me and she said, I want to hear what he has to say. I was like, okay.
I always liked your mother. Otha!
Not on that one. That looks like a. Oh, I'm stringing up a thing. All of you contributed. Thea has got our altar, and she keeps it for us every year. We bring it back out, and she's always adding new pieces. And a lot of you bring things to our altar and leave them there. And so the altar has gotten to be more and more a part of the Hawaii program every year, to the point that we're doing ritual around the altar and saying prayers and then burning them at the end of the play shop. All these little prayers and meditations that we do in gratitude for our mentors and for our life and everything else. So I want to once again thank Thea Love for being the crone that she is and taking care of the spirit of this place and our Hawaii training. And I want to thank all of you for all the little things that you brought to the altar and left for us to make the altar what it is. So when we do our next play shop, be sure to bring something to the altar for the altar.
This year it rained a lot.
Yeah. Yes, they're naked.
No, they're not. But they were in Speedos, and it was the Aussies, right? That's Benji, another global trainer, actually, by the way, showing us some fun in the talent show.
Can you go back one, Jim?
I can. Hold on. Not here?
There, yeah. There's Lori Divine.
Oh.
We'll get to see, we'll see more of her
Okay.
some later shots. Yeah, but God bless her. She passed away this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for pointing her out, Rosalie. One of the most generous people that ever came to the play shop, Lori Divine. Steve Turner there. Giovanni.
The professor. Stop. The green bench. Okay, the benches that we had, those plastic ones finally faded away. We still got a few more of them, but these green benches stayed with us for a long, long time. And there's so many deep conversations that had happened after dinner time, after sunset, before late night on these benches. I just want to acknowledge this spot on the planet for a lot of people who were processing their life with other people who are doing the same on those green benches.
Amen. And just while it's here, the year of the hurricane, this year, after many threats of hurricanes coming through, one came through. The camp evacuated the staff and left us on site with a ice cooler full of sandwiches for the next day, and a warning that if we heard this evacuation siren, that we needed to get everybody over to the high school up the road in the vehicles that we had. And I spent the night praying that I did not hear the siren. But I certainly had an amazing experience going out on the beach and feeling the electricity of the hurricane coming through. It was a powerful week.
And I wanted to say something because we were there. And we were
Yes, Talia, of course you were.
My husband just came in the door. But we want to thank Arthur and everybody there because we were in the tents. We were like the only people in the tents, and you gave us accommodations for those last few nights. So we really appreciate it. And we still talk about it.
Absolutely. And your picture's coming up as a good reminder of the time in the tents and the hurricane.
Stop! Diana, go.
It wasn't that big of a deal. I just wanted to acknowledge Eric, because when you were talking about the food, Eric just popped into my brain, because they left us with all this food, but we didn't know how to really distribute it to the group. And Eric just took that over and he figured it out, and he made sure everybody ate and that the food was properly distributed. So there was, meals for everybody. I remember that very well. Thank you, Eric, wherever you are.
Thank you. Thank you for that acknowledgement. When Arthur went through the staff, you know, Eric certainly did a lot to contribute through the years for sure. And
Absolutely.
the hurricane experience was a big one.
The plus for this hurricane was we had the camp all by ourselves for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We did. We did. I think this was the same year that, Diana, that I got pink eye, and that same Eric that was so good about taking care of the food convinced me that if he put yogurt and acidophilus on my eyes, that it would cure the pink eye. And so I laid up in my room with acidophilus spread all over my eyes, teaching the mentor program, hollering down to the group, and my eye never got better. And Diana came, she said, well, I don't think you'll lose your eye. I was like, oh my goodness. So some health stories in Hawaii too.
We got it treated. We got it properly treated.
Absolutely. As you did for so many folks, Diana, that needed some support. Thank you for all the care you did for all of us that were there. Turtles. Just got to say, turtles.
Turtle.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop right there. That picture of Diana and I playing at the talent show, that's on the video on the YouTube. It's a really sweet little moment in our lives. The next picture, of course, is, you know, we just want to give lots of love.
Yes. And I'm wearing now the t-shirts from Lowly Divine.
Right.
I remember her bag. She would show up with this bag, giant bag of stuff, and it was unbelievable to me, the things that would come out of that bag that had a wonderful purpose. And she somehow planned it out. She found the stuff before she got there or when she got to Honolulu. I don't know, but the bag was amazing. It was like a magician's bag, and just more and more stuff came out, and everybody could use it for the talent show or for whatever. I don't even remember what it was being used for, but it was all gifted.
Every year she came, and she came for a bunch of years, she would bring boxes of stuff for us, and different kinds of gifts and wristbands and other things. You'll see something coming up in the picture. We'll stop and show you. But it all had something to do with giveaway and community. Oh yeah.
Take a gander at that one.
No waves yet.
We're all right.
There's a pretty couple. Stop. Okay. Just pin my videos. That's however you do that. Okay. And look at the background. That's the ball now. I don't think I'll be able to, if I do another tour, I don't think I'll be able to lift it and carry it anywhere. Okay? All right.
Stop.
Stop.
She was
Bronwyn.
Yeah.
This was the first time that Dad and I co-facilitated in the middle of the circle together. And I'll always remember this moment of that kiss in the middle of the circle.
I think I'm going to cry.
Oh, don't cry, Daddy.
So
John Hagedorn and Ronwin Hagedorn, also both global trainers for Village Music Center.
Yeah. My story is this. It might not be true. Most of my stories aren't, actually, as I tell them publicly in front of the people who the story's about. That she was 9 years old. Dad needed a babysitter while he was running my program. Didn't have one. Brought Ronwin and her girlfriend to the program at 9, and they could do whatever they wanted. I told them they didn't have to, participate in the program. They could have whenever they wanted. Ronwin got caught in the program and started doing the program, and her girlfriend got mad because, of course, she was supposed to come and play with her. But so that was, even though it was her first program, it literally was, at 9 years old, her first training program.
And it became the rest of my life now.
I'm
Just
sorry.
Well, shit.
Ronwin is doing her first solo training in 2 weeks.
Yahoo!
Love that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good luck, honey. Stop. This is one of her gifts. She actually created this, put the symbol on the package, and had the candy company make entrainments.
Nellie, did Nellie do that?
No.
No, Lori Devine.
Lori Devine did that. It's just one of the many crazy things that Lori did for us. So she gave entrainments to us.
And there were those good buttery kind of mints that kind of melt in your mouth. Oh,
We
God,
started fighting. We started fighting over them.
Absolutely.
So I don't see the video anymore. I just see Jim.
Does anybody else just see me?
Nope.
We still see the video.
Yeah, so it might be something on your end,
see the
Rosalie.
video.
Yeah, not sure what to do.
Your side-by-side video, or check the gallery view, speaker view choice.
Or if you need to log off, you can log off. I'll let you back in.
Look for view options at the top.
No, none of that. Huh, okay, never mind. Go on. Go on. I'm happy to be here. Go ahead.
Okay.
Stop. Go back. There we go. I got nothing to say. I just wanted a longer look. Late night. Oh, God. Thank you, everybody.
Stop. Hey, I just wanted to say 2015, Sinead met Randy at that workshop, and they just got engaged now this year.
Is that one to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. Just thought
Yeah, we have.
Oh,
that was.
Want to say thank you for reminding that. We had that couple here a few years ago. We had another couple meet, and the next year they came back and got married on the beach in front of Mokuliea right before the Playshop. So there were some long-lasting relationships that came through there for sure.
Some of us got engaged there.
Some got engaged there. Very nice, Cameron. That's right.
Roberto and his wife too got engaged there. Roberto in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lot of history of good love there. That's for sure.
That's the year Aaron met Gemma.
Oh, that's right.
There's still a Gemma.
There's still a number.
Good to know. course, this reminds me of all of the lit up toys that people would bring to twirl and throw and dance with. And what you're seeing over there in the corner with the purple was a big wings and an outfit that could be put on and danced and moved around with.
Wings.
Isis wings, yes. One of the many nighttime toys that came.
Stop! That's being China.
这张照片是我拍的。
Yes.
It's me.
Yes.
Good catch, Bing.
Nice to see you in person and on the picture.
Just to let you know, Nunu is now a certified facilitator. He put in all of his paperwork, and he is now on the webpage, part of our team.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, today is Izzy's birthday, by the way, everybody.
Oh, really?
So happy birthday to Izzy.
All right.
Stop!
Alan!
Yeah, he was so great in relationship to maintaining the spirit in that fire all week. All kudos go to all people who was on the fire crew, and all people that were on the torch crew, and all people that were on the other maintenance crews that kept our community running so well. Thank you.
I'm not sure, but I think that picture beforehand might have been me sitting on that park bench, on the green bench. I think that was one of the mornings that I woke up around like 5 a.m. just getting adjusted to the time change, and I was just like so in awe of everything on the island. I was moved to tears. There were so many mornings I was just there sipping coffee and just crying. I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful.
And just
it is beautiful.
I'm Thea, and I just want to say I've kept the fire going since we began, and I am so in awe of all of our fire keepers because it's not easy. I'm trying. It's mostly smoke right now, but yay, fire keepers.
Yay, fire keepers. Thank you, Pete. Alan Brunei, by the way, another global trainer. Oh, there he is.
Yes, mentors.
That's the real me. Stop.
Bobsy twins.
Bobsy twins.
Bobsy twins.
Ashley,
Bobsy twins.
These guys have been to nearly every single play shop on the East Coast. Okay? And they definitely showed up as Bobsy twins in Hawaii.
What year was our first year, Jamie?
Oh gosh, our first year, Nelly, I want to say 2014.
I think that's it. Yeah. And we
And
came
now-
every year after that.
And
now
James
Jamie
is the president of the DCFG.
Right.
Madam President.
And Ashley's the conference chair, so Bobsy twins are taking over the world.
Still doing it.
Damn straight.
Love you, girl.
Love you, girl.
Alan, it seems like you want to say something. No? Okay, here we go.
Stop.
Don't stop.
Yes, stop. Go back.
It's the pompous ass. It's not really the hat. It's the pompous ass body language that really makes the picture.
Oh man, I remember taking that picture. I was just like, wait. Gotta get that one. Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do to keep the sun out of your face. Thank you to everyone who through the years took care of the torches and let us not only have the fire, but also the fire in the air that kept us safe. And thank you for those that through the years improved the design of those tiki torch stands so they would work the way they did.
As well as improve the design of how the crew works together. So you could do twice as much work in half the amount of time. Thank you.
And we were hammering those in. At one point, we started singing "I've Been Working on the Railroad."
Yep.
There was a couple of years that the torch crew had made up their own song. I think that was led by Beck from Australia, and they had like a song that only the torch people knew that kept them going. So I'm working on the railroads, one we can all have access to. Thank you. There's Deborah there helping us out that year, by the way. That was the crew, Deborah and Eric supporting, and Arthur and I. Hey, Michelle.
That's your girl.
Paul. Hey, Michelle. That's Phil.
Stop. Let me share. Saul from Manila. So many incredible moments, but like staying till the wee hours of the morning, talking with my roomie Michelle, figuring out and uncovering our new cusps in life. That was, but the most incredible moment amongst all of the incredible moments was when Nunu Bing and our Chinese friends, after staying silent all throughout, finally brought out their translator and translated what was on their mind through that, from Chinese to English, of course. And we finally heard their thoughts, and with those deep reflections that they had, they just blew us away. That I cannot forget.
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding us, Saul.
I want to say hi to all of you. Saul, I miss you. I love you, Rumi. I love you.
Hello. Yes. Who else is here?
Could I say something?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, there's ML. She's like 95 years old now, right now, and she would be there if you were there. She's on the bottom line from the second from the. Right. Anyway.
Yeah, her daughter's right next to her. She's been to nearly every single community drum circle that we held.
And I believe has to be your oldest advocate.
Absolutely.
And she is a lovely advocate, to say the least. And it was a joy every year. I was waiting for her to go get the cart to make sure that we could get her down to the circle, because I know how much she loved to play.
Thank you, everybody.
Let's see your faces.
That was fabulous. Thank you so much. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you. Thank you all for contributing pictures, for sharing stories, for helping us keep this thing going for 25 years and beyond. Arthur.
As you can tell, we have some holes in our slideshow. And so we are encouraging you to send your pictures to us at photo@drumcircle.com. And we will put those up in the spring. So you've got a few months before we solidify this little slideshow. But we'd like to thank everyone who contributed to that slideshow and everyone who contributed to the process of the magic that happens on that sacred land once a year for the last 24 years. Yeah, and if we have the Hawaii Playshop next year, it'll be the last annual Playshop, and I think I'm going to just call it the last of the 25th annual Playshop and pretend this year didn't happen, because it didn't happen.
It did.
Thank you so much.
But this did
like
happen.
hold the Tunji farewell concerts now.
Yeah, the 20th one. It's not the last Hawaii, but it's certainly going to be the last annual Hawaii for a while. We need to open that space up and also make space for our global trainers to do what they need to do. Okay.
Yeah, just a few notes, just a couple of announcements, and then we'll have Arthur into say some final words. But a couple of things. I mean, number one, we have talked a lot about global trainers here, and so if you don't know, there are people now that are certified to lead these 3-day programs. And as soon as they get a bunch of people and they want to have a 6-day and a 10-day, Arthur and I will be there to do it. Actually, this year we were supposed to go to China and Japan before we went to Hawaii. So we have some work to do once we can start traveling again. And I know there'll be more of those. But thank you to the global trainers for all the work that you all have done in getting us to continue to share the spirit of Village Music Circle and drum circles. Yeah, the plan for 2021 is certainly that we're going to be back there, and we would love to see you all. If you need some fixes before then, you heard that there's a play shop in Malaysia. If you're in Malaysia, go. There's going to be a play shop in the UK at the Whiston Lodge with Paul Deere and Dr. Jane Bentley in October. If you can get there and quarantine or whatever you got to do, go. If you can't get there and you want to get yourself fulfilled with some additional facilitation expertise, John Hayden and I are going to do the first full virtual drum circle facilitation introduction. So it's not a full training, but it's virtual 4-hour introduction. I just put the link in the chat. So you could click on that and you could see the registration form. We're going to do 4 hours of exploring facilitation, practicing, doing as many things as we can to help keep the facilitation and drum circle facilitation going. So if you need some of that, come on over, because John and I are going to have a great 4 hours of practice and drumming and looking at videos and learning about facilitation in a brand new world. So we're excited about that. So
there's a 6-day in Myrtle Beach in February.
There's a 6-day in Myrtle Beach in February, right after the DCFG
conference.
Right.
Fantastic. So lots of opportunities for us to continue to keep this mission going and keep the movement going. COVID's not going to stop it. We've seen what everybody has done through the efforts. We're finding a way to keep connected and facilitate human spirit until we can actually start facilitating beautiful rhythmical music together again. But facilitating human spirit will keep us going until we can sit in the same circle again. It has been the privilege of my life to be associated with Arthur Hull and Village Music Circles for the past 20 years. I've learned so much, I've gained so much, and Arthur, I love you so much. And I'm grateful for all the time and biggest bummer about COVID for me is that I didn't get to hang out with you in China and Japan and Hawaii. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we were planning quite a little tour for ourselves. And back at you, my good friend. I'm certainly a better man for being your friend and having you at my back and now at my side. Everybody here, we already know, it's already been proven, we already are already seeing it, that the world is hungry to come back together again and to celebrate community in real time. It will happen. The new normal will do whatever it does, but drum circles are not obsolete, even though all of us have gone through these trainings to the level of doing what we do, which is the opposite of what needs to happen right now during this pandemic. And we understand that and we know that. But eventually, as we conquer this virus and we are safe to come together again, we, as a group of professional drum circle facilitators, regardless if you're doing family friendly or special needs or kids in school or whatever, are going to be swamped in regards to this, because the world is hungry for real-time connection. And there, as far as I'm concerned, not a better way to connect with your community than sharing your spirit in the moment, making music together that writes itself. In that regard, those global trainers that we just graduated in the last 2 years, the internationals and the ones in America and Canada, are going to be opening up and doing their 3-day programs. I would encourage all of you to do their 3-day programs, mainly because most of them are better than I am at doing what we do. That's number one. Number two, we need elders in the circle. And so our level 2 program has been fine-tuned, and we know what kind of a difference a 3-day training program makes when you have level 2 people demonstrating, playing on the edge of their knowledge and their experience for the beginning beginners. So the beginning beginners are learning basic technologies, and when they see you go through level 2 in the 3-day program, challenging yourself, they go, that's what they meant, or I can do that. And so the result is that most of the 3-day trainings that we've had that's had a good representation of elder facilitators challenging themselves in that 3-day program ends up being a lot better for everyone involved, including the people that jump in. So I encourage you that once those programs start appearing in and around the world, to just test yourself. Get in there, jump in the water, and give yourself the opportunity to use the beginner facilitator trainees as guinea pigs. And play, have fun, and learn from your own self. I have so much gratitude for all of you who have been the foundation of what has been the Hawaii Playshop experience. As far as I'm concerned, August is when my year starts. That I go to the Hawaii Playshop, and it's always a new thing for me. And I always am learning from all of you, and I'm certainly always learning from Jim and Mary. So God bless that sacred spot on a volcano in the middle of the Pacific Ocean for what we are able to do together, and the magic that we're able to spin in the 6 days that we spend together during that time. And Jim and I hope we see you all there next year.
Absolutely. And we can drum and we can say, get in the water. Because, boy, the drum and the water were both good, weren't they, Arthur?
You betcha.
You betcha. All right, everybody. Hey, we went way over, and I'm glad we did because this was a blast. Let's do this. Let's have everybody unmute your microphone. We're going to give a big aloha to everybody, and then we're going to do the high five out. So everybody unmute.
One long aloha. Ready?
Aloha. Aloha. Okay, here we go. Get ready to high five the camera. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out of here. Aloha.